We crossed the lake from Luanda Kotieno using the ferry to Mbeta on a tour of Suba North and Suba South constituencies in Homa Bay. We had very successful trips in Suba South and Suba North. When we got to Mbeta, unfortunately, there were some goons who were sent there to try and stop us from getting into the town. The members of the public dealt with them, and we were able to go into the town, Mbeta, and then Rusinga. We crossed the bridge to Rusinga. We had a very, very good meeting with the people in Rusinga. We came back to Mbeta. We had a very, very good meeting with people in Mbeta. Turnout was very large. I was very happy, particularly when you see women, particularly market women, turning up, leaving their wares and their bogas in the market to come and listen to what we were saying. After the meeting in Mbeta, we proceeded to see Sindo in Suba South. We had a few stops on the way to Sindo. And again in Sindo, there were plans to try and disrupt our visit to Sindo. There were tires lit on the road and goons placed on the road to Sindo. Happily, the members of the public in Sindo dealt with them, and we were able to address a very, very large rally in Sindo. I've gone to Sindo many times before, even with our departed hero, Raila Amolo Odinga. I was amazed by the turnout today in Sindo. Earlier, one of us, civilizer here, was hit very badly on the head. Here it is still swollen. He went for first aid, but he insisted that we go to Sindo, and we're happy that our message was well received in Sindo. Of course, we are talking about the party, that the party must remain with the members and with the people, and that the Linda Ground people have sold our party to President RUTO as a tool for him to manipulate politics in lowland, in western, and in the coast, and other areas where ODM is very strong. On the way back, because we intended to come back to Kisumu, tomorrow we are attending a funeral of a very honorable Mzee in Bungoma, who was once nominated to Parliament, courtesy of Raila Amolo Odinga. So goons thinking that we are going to stop in Homa Bay and Kindu Bay stopped us on the road just before we reached the Rongo Rodikopany Homa Bay Road at the junction. They put huge boulders and stones across the road. There was an electric pole put across the road, and they had tear gas canisters which they threw to us. My suspicion is that the police were involved, because there is no way that members of the public would have access to tear gas canisters. They attacked us, and in the process, two of us were very badly injured. They were cut on their head very badly. One of them has a terrible injury and is at the Tamarind Hospital being attended to. And the other one, serious injuries, but is not life-threatening. But what we want to say is that this cannot go without us sending a very, very, very big warning to Governor Wanga. This is not how to play politics. In Siaya, everybody comes to Siaya. They do their politics. They even say things about us. We never stop anybody. In fact, sometimes we leave the county to live there, leave them comfortable and in peace. We should be able to access any county or any part of the country. Not just us as people coming from this community, but other Kenyans who want to have meetings in this part of the world should be able to access the towns and the villages in Luo Nyanza. But today, the violence that was meted on us, if you look at our vehicles, they were stoned. Most of them don't have their windows, their windshields. All those were smashed. And quite a number of people had injuries, not as serious and as life-threatening as the other two were at Tamarind Hospital. But I want to say, this is not politics. This is hooliganism. And for a governor to be engaged in this kind of hooliganism, because we must call it what it is wrong. It is wrong. It is wrong. And what she's trying to tell us is that we should respond in kind. We are not going to do that. We believe in democracy. And we found that the people in Homa Bay want to listen to our message. If you look at the clips, you know, they were enthusiastic and supporting the one-term agenda and the politics of bringing change to Kenya in the 2027 elections. They want the people in this area to be respected, to be at the table when these affairs of this nation are being discussed. So I didn't want to mention her name, but it was obvious. The number of people involved, the level of violence, the tools they had, including, as I've said, tear gas canisters, the pangas, the rungus, and making that road, they closed that road for quite a long time waiting for us. I think it was for about 40, 50 minutes. And the police were just watching. This is inexcusable and must be condemned in the strongest terms. But whatever she does, I am confident that the people of Nyanza, who are conscious of their rights, are going to make the right decisions. No decision is going to be imposed on them. I will address the nation again on this matter, because I don't think this is the way. Even when we were fighting against Moi, we never encountered this amount of violence. This is wrong. And killing our own children, our own sons, and hurting old women who are turning up to listen to us. I think this is completely inexcusable. I would want to stop there if there are any questions. If you want me to speak in Luo, I can speak in Luo.